proso. Sabra me no kase yin says SNS John Ramani Mahama oba ben mu no or the bibi by friend operation recover all loot. Now aside from that to the OSPKCH he was actively investigating some new cases. Aside from that, the Attorney General was also actively investigating some cases. So one notable case videos about out how people stashed billions of Ghana cedis and how people diverted funds. They claim say omukoma Israel for contracts and mama baba Ghana for your cyber security. Sa contract in yana fake inflate sikano from $7 million sikana ke was $1 million timi inflate no e man ye $7 million na kwabrane apocket $7 million so ene obi ana before MPP ba ban mu no onika anasa office kwa oni bi na nipa no oy multi-billionaire o oni estate is Lagos. In fact nipa ye kana asem Charles Dibuan, the former National Signals Bureau or boss CEO on an area. Now me no ka say same way course no obeti na say and as social na say untin sem no ho hwe. Even though me no ka say Attorney General so offer the key witness. As a key witness no or no na the personal assistant to Charles Dibuan. He also be testify against Charles Dibuan no. Sa key witness I see and why be join the camp of Attorney General no. Still now a kamya quest the case no ye hu baby a airport because it was supposed to be going well and by now no a person like Charles Dubois they are supposed to be in jail. But now key witness ye nya no key witness you see according to report and by a shuni cha kwankwa ye hu no on backcourt why you was saying and no na me no ka say no Paul Adomoche or the same bia babe to say e kamya quest say we may end 2028 na Attorney General the Office of the Special Prosecutor OSPKCH together with ORAL, together with all the relevant state agencies, no, intimate any person say why we this we di Ghana sika from a year or no Paul Adomachi Ankasa to a year Edu Boahene to me to a whole lot of the Sky Train scandal, a whole lot of issues. You could see in some a year Paul Adomachi or the Tuja, your Babaka. We will definitely continue this particular update.
Now things are looking a certain way for some people. Okay, so the Kwabena Boahene trial began with an arrest of, which I'll come to that, with an arrest, a wanton, brutal, contrary to human rights arrest of Kwabena Boahene. They bundled him at the airport as if he's going to run away somewhere. And then they took him in, they kept him in for a while, attaching her to submit several bail applications. They got the court to vary the bail. In fact, at some point, they arrested his wife as well. In fact, at some point, they arrested somebody who was coming to visit him. Somebody, another important actor of state, was going to visit Kwabena Boahene. It's just to understand, and then they arrested him as well. You know, so he's good. Kwabena Boahene has gone through all of that. And then the case starts. The case starts, and the case is that Kwabena Boahene had taken $7 million of state money in a state account, transferred it to a private account which he controls, and the intention of transferring that money was so that Kwabena Boahene will go and use the money to buy houses and homes in Accra and Konongo and all kinds of places. That's what we were told. So then the case starts. Kwabena Boahene's defense has always been that, wait a minute, the equipment that you are talking about, it was bought, it's there, it's being used, it's currently being used. And that's why we have been able to extend our antenna to these days, occasioning many arrests. You see the police arrest people all the time because the equipment is supposed to sort of trail you with your mobile phone digits and your mobile phone IT connections. So where your mobile phone is, that's where you are. So right now I'm standing here, this is my mobile phone. That equipment knows that Paul Adomoche is at North Ridge. If I move from here and I go to +233 to listen to music, they know that Paul Adomoche is at +233. If I move to Medina, they can tell that Paul Adomoche is in Medina. That's the equipment that Kwabena Boahene purchased. It was an equipment that he had, as an intelligence official, had recommended to the government that, look, we need this if we have to curb crime. Because in those days, the Stakrade girls issue, all of that, all of those things what led to the thinking that we needed this equipment. So he got the equipment. Now, the people who manufactured and sold the equipment, a letter was written to them by Atachia, the lawyer. And they responded and said, yes, we did. We sold the equipment. The equipment is there. Since the government started, at least one minister and the president have had occasion to refer to the use of that equipment in their speeches, in their formal speeches. At least one minister and the president have all referred to it. So the trial is on. They are trying Kwabena Boahene for an equipment that they said he didn't buy, and instead he used the money to buy cars and all of that. As part of this trial, you know that even Shatawale has been involved. You heard Shatawale complaining that I don't know Edu Boahene. Edu Boahene didn't give me the car. You people call me and say I should say that Edu Boahene gave me the car. You heard Shatawale say those things. So that has been another angle of the Edu Boahene story. Goes to Shatawale's house, sees his Lamborghini, says that the Lamborghini is for Edu Boahene. Shatta says Lamborghini is not for Edu Boahene. It is for me. What's the problem? Anyway, we have also gone through that epoch. That also has been crossed. And then we also heard some of the people who were in the defense with the Edu Boahene, that is some of the staff of the National Signals Bureau that were also arrested and arraigned before the court. One day we woke up, one of them said that I don't want to be with the Edu Boahene anymore. I want to be with the prosecution, etc., etc. We heard all that. Okay. So how is the case going on? Then this lady who is for the prosecution, who used to be the Edu Boahene, comes into the dock. She brings a statement. The statement is tendered by the prosecution that this is her statement. In cross-examination, Atachia observes that the date of the statement suggests that the statement was written after the trial had begun. Normally, witness statements are taken during the investigation, and that's what they bring to the trial. But Atta observed that on this one, the date for the trial seemed like, the date of the document seemed like it was done after the trial had started. So he then queried and quizzed the lady that, apart from this statement, did you have any other statement? She said, yes, I did. 2 more. Okay, Atta said, okay, then the prosecution should bring that. Atta is relying on a Supreme Court decision involving the case of the Attorney General in Bafuboni, where the court held that the accused person should be given all the opportunity to defend himself, including documents that the accused person wants to bring. There should not be a question of whether the document is relevant or not. That decision will be taken at the end of the trial, but the accused person must be allowed to bring the document. So Atta invoked that one, and the High Court said, yes, the accused person, bring the document. And then comes Sremsai, his boss is Dominic Ayine. Sremsai goes to Supreme Court to say that they don't want that. They want the Supreme Court to vary its earlier decision, where they said that the accused person should be allowed to have all the documents that he needs. The question of relevance should not be raised at the time when the accused person says, I think I need this document. The question of relevance will be determined depending on the weight that the court will put on the document, one way or the other. So let the documents come and let the court make a determination on it. Let's not the court say that I say I want birth certificate, and they tell me that birth certificate is not relevant for your defense, so you can't have it. No, the Supreme Court has ruled expressly that no. If an accused person says I need passport, give it to him. I need birth certificate, give it to him. I need daily graphic of 16th November, give it to him. Don't say what is it relevant or not. No, he has to defend himself. And you have to establish your case beyond reasonable doubt. He has to defend himself because it's a criminal trial. Now, Sremsai goes to Supreme Court and tells the Supreme Court that, can you change that decision? Because here we are, we don't want this Kwabena Edu Boahene guy to have the documents, any document at all. We want him to satisfy the test of relevance. And Atachia says that, but the test of relevance has been excluded by the Supreme Court at this stage. It has been excluded by a clear Supreme Court decision. He says no, even though that Supreme Court decision was in the favor of the NDC as at the time it was procured or as at the time that it was given, Sremsai goes to Supreme Court and says, no, Supreme Court, change it. The Supreme Court respond very loudly by a 6-1 decision. They tell Justice Sremsai that will never change it. The accused person is a Ghanaian. Every accused person is Ghanaian. He must have the right to bring the documents that he wants to bring. You can argue that is not relevant. The judge can make that decision, but you can't say that he says, I want daily graphic of 16th March, and then you say it's not relevant, so you can't have it. No, the Supreme Court has been clear on that. 6-1 decision. So that was the last time they went to court. So today, court came. Yesterday, court came. So the lady has to be, the cross-examination has to continue. This is the lady who used to be with Edu Boahene and says that I've now left Edu Boahene. Okay. This one left much earlier. The other one is yet to come. So yesterday, she has done day 1 of cross-examination. Now let's go to the flyer. What happened yesterday? High Court has adjourned the case of Republic versus Edu Boahene and others because the AG's second witness failed to show up in court. This is the Attorney General who is conducting oral, who is in a hurry to demonstrate that the things that they said at oral was correct. And they are now not coming to court so that the case had to be adjourned to another time. They are not coming to court. Their witnesses are not showing up in court. And we all have to come to court to learn that the witness didn't show up. If witnesses do not show up, don't they tell their lawyers that they won't show up? So viewers, that's the first red flag you have to observe. If witness doesn't want to show up, they tell their lawyers, I won't show up. The lawyers will communicate it. That witness is not available. Can we take another witness, or can we do something else, or can we adjourn? But this one, we all come to court. Court rise, witness is not available. That one, there's a story behind it that we have to find. So this is where the matter is. And I'm telling you, viewers, that this thing is going like that. One leg is blowing the wind, the other one is blowing the wind, the other one is blowing the wind. You see, there was a funeral in Koforidua. I saw the videos. I'm not sure what funeral it was. There was this funeral in Koforidua. Is it Koforidua or Asaman Kese or something like that? The videos on social media, red and black tent. And some wind, rain type wind, had blown the tent away. It had raised the thing and blown the mourners were running helter-skelter. I think it was a stadium. It looks like some important person, but I just saw the video. I don't know who it is. The thing had blown the video. The video had blown the red and black thing. I saw some Ghana flag there, so I think it's some important person, but I'm not sure. I don't know why it's Koforidua or Samankese or some place like that. They just raised the thing. The funeral, they were funeral, and then some wind raised the thing, threw the cars away. That's the way sometimes some of these cases can become. You see, the case is going on, but you can see that.
Okay, so that is Paul, I don't much your part to say. The according the one Charles the Boahene obiganity edidim. And some be so we'll move on to the next update as you see Menoka say